I'm doing this completely unscripted. Oh gosh, I can't believe I'm doing this unscripted. Lil Tay becomes the youngest OnlyFans creator on the platform. Valentine officially enters the chat, and Roblox is acting a little sus right now. These are all stories that we're going to cover today, but before I do that, for those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Jeff, and I'm the... And I want to start this video off by saying, welcome to my YouTube channel. I haven't really used this channel very much, but I want to start making use of it more and more by covering different stories, covering different things going on in the world. I want to use this channel for talking about different things, different subjects that not only interest me or make me worried or give me some sort of burden to talk about, but I want to not only inform, but educate as well as entertain anybody who may come onto this channel. So welcome in. I hope that you find value from this. I hope that you find information, maybe even some entertainment. I don't know, I've been told I'm kind of funny. But yeah, either way, I'm glad that you're here. Let's talk about all of these things that I listed at the top. First, let's talk about probably the major thing that happened in the last couple of weeks, which was the rapper that we all probably know and remember, Lil Tay, has officially joined OnlyFans. Now, you remember Lil Tay, right? You remember her, the girl that was like flashing wads of cash in mansions and homes that she didn't own when she was like, I don't know, 11 years old? Yeah, to be honest, I don't really remember her up until this point. But now she is officially entered into life again, or I guess you could say entered into relevancy again, when a couple of maybe weeks ago, she decided that she was going to launch her OnlyFans page the day that she turned 18. Now, this is really problematic for many reasons, many obvious reasons, but let's just kind of tackle a couple of things that go into this story. Apparently, according to reports, she has been wanting to create an OnlyFans since she was, I think, 9 years old. That is really sad, and it speaks to what culture has promoted as fame or popularity or really even empowerment when it comes to females and femininity. The modern toxic feminist movement has pushed this agenda that OnlyFans is empowering, that the porn industry itself doing all of these sexual acts is empowering and independent. It's painting more and more of a picture that women are simply objects and not actual human beings. I reached out to a friend of mine who actually was part of the OnlyFans community, only just like maybe a little bit, but she dipped her toe in when she was younger. And she told me a couple of experiences that she had, and I actually asked her to react to some of the videos that Lil Tay was posting. So I'm gonna play them on this video to help shed a little bit of light on the perspective of somebody who has been through that industry and has gone through that industry and is now a believer in Jesus Christ, like I am.
Y'all already know what the fuck going on. We just broke the link record with the youngest link of the century. $1 million in a couple hours. I'm still the youngest one doing it. For all the grown-ass haters who've been hating since I was 9 years old, look at me now. What y'all got to say? Y'all been doubting me for 7 years. You can hate on me all you want. You can't say Lil Tay ain't winning. So for everybody out there, do whatever the hell you want with your life. Who gives a fuck what people have to say? And remember this, Lil Tay rich and finna get richer.
So here's the thing also with this, is the fact that you can hear the need to prove something. You know, y'all have been doubting me for my whole life since I was 9 years old. This is a need to prove something. This is a need to, like, and you know what? That's exactly why I did it. That, and I needed money during COVID. And there's a lot of other things I could have done to make money. But sure, this was quick, this was fast, and I bought into that lie, thinking, oh, I can just sell my model photos, it'll be fine. No, my inbox was constantly filled with perverts. It was constantly filled with, sure, there was admirers, and there was people that liked my photos for what they were, but there was a majority of people asking me how much they would have to pay in order to see my private areas. How much do they have to pay to get a video? How much do they have to pay to get a video of me doing this? How much do they have to pay to go live with me? It completely narrows everything that you can do down to just doing pornography. And that is not something that we should be aspiring to do. There are people commenting on her stuff saying that they've been waiting since 2018 when she was like 11 years old for her OnlyFans to drop. Also, she supposedly filmed all of the content minutes after she turned 18. I highly doubt that, which means that what she's selling is child pornography under the guise that it was made after she turned 18.
It's probably important to point out that the first 3 hours that Lil Tay had her OnlyFans account active, she made over $1 million. And in some of the videos that she was posting, she alluded to the fact that people have been waiting for her to drop this youngest link of the century forever, since she was really, really young. And I mean, underage young. There have been people waiting to see this content. And what's even worse about this whole entire situation is Lil Tay possibly made the majority of the content that she made when she was still underage, because she had content ready to post when the link dropped, which means that whatever content that she made when that OnlyFans link went live at 12:01 in the morning, that content is considered CP. That content is considered CSAM, whatever you want to call it. We'll call it as it is, child pornography. Putting all of this into perspective and all of this together in one little bow, this shows the kind of damage that pornography has done on this world, on this planet, on this civilization, on humanity. The over-sexualization that pornography has introduced into society has gotten to the point where promiscuity and sexualization of children are slowly becoming the norm. And Lil Tay is an example of that, unfortunately. And probably the saddest part is that Lil Tay welcomes this. She absolutely welcomes this publicity, and she's probably getting a little bit of a boost from this video, but I still feel obligated to talk about it. She wants this attention. And it's really sad because that probably speaks to a deeper issue that was never fulfilled when she was younger. Lord Jesus, I pray right now, God, that you would absolutely convict, but also shower your love on Lil Tay. God, she needs a father's love more than anything else right now. I pray, Jesus, that you would reach into her heart and you would absolutely tear it open so that way you can be able to shower your love in it and thus shower your conviction into her. In Jesus' mighty name we pray. Amen. Hey, how's it going? Before we go any further into the video, I want to talk to you about the sponsor of this video, and it's called Porn Killer Gear. This is a brand that I have had the privilege and opportunity of creating and getting out into the world. And basically what this is a clothing brand that is raising awareness about the evils of the porn industry. For those who may not necessarily know who I am, the fight against pornography has been a big struggle in my life, and I have struggled with it for years, but I have recently gotten free, and it is part of my mandate, it's part of my calling to help others, both men and women alike, get free from the same shackles that I was in for so long. And this clothing brand is part of that story. It's part of that testimony. Porn Killer Gear is a way for you to help rep the rebellion and raise awareness about the evils of the porn industry. A portion of all of the proceeds made from Porn Killer Gear will go to helping organizations like Exodus Cry, like Fight the New Drug, like A21, all of these different organizations that are not only raising awareness of the harms of pornography, but are also fighting against human trafficking and helping rescue victims from these different agencies, from these different lifestyles, and help restore them into a new life outside of being a trafficking victim. So if any of that resonates with you, if that's something that you want to help support, then I encourage you, go to reptherebellion.store, get some gear, and help literally rep the rebellion. Valentine has officially entered the chat, specifically the Grok AI companion chat. For those who may or may not know, Elon Musk has an AI company, and it's called XAI, where the main product of that company is this little ChatGPT copycat called Grok. Now, for the longest time, Grok has basically been the runner-up to ChatGPT and has kind of been left in the dust for quite some time. But now it has sprung into the news with the introduction of something called companions. Now, what companions are in the context of Grok and XAI and Elon Musk is simply an extension of the AI's platform, of the AI's presence within the app. Grok already functions as a ChatGPT clone, but the companions add a more personal touch. Companions were first introduced with these two bots that you can be able to talk to and communicate with, named Rudy and Annie. Rudy was a little bit more, I guess, tame, if you can say the least, unless you went for its bad version. But the real catcher, the real eye catcher, was more so along the lines of the Annie bot. Annie was very much so modeled after a typical blonde-haired, pigtailed anime girl, and she served as basically this sex bait and essentially functioned as a sex bot. There have been many different tech companies, many different TikTokers who have actually used Annie to the fullest extent of what she was intended to, and found that she got to some very, very extreme sexual lingo when actually pushed to her limit. And mind you, all of this is free. Annie, Rudy, all of these companions are free to access on the Grok platform, on the Grok app. You were able to see, you were able to experience all of this for free. But I'm not here specifically to talk about Annie, because I actually already covered that on a previous video on my Instagram that you can be able to go to and check out. Today, I want to talk specifically about the new companion that was added to Grok, and his name is Valentine. Valentine essentially functions exactly like Annie, except he's modeled very differently. He is still very much a risque, quote-unquote, sex bot, but he is modeled more specifically towards the ladies. Elon Musk actually admitted that Valentine's personality and model were created in the likeness of Christian Grey from 50 Shades of Grey, as well as Edward Cullen from the Twilight series. He is very much so supposed to be enticing to the female gaze. The kinds of things that Valentine and Annie and even Rudy, when you're switched to the bad version, the kind of things that they talk about and the kind of things that they are able to say is very dangerous, especially since Grok is openly available to anybody with an iPhone or an Android phone. This is an app that is easily accessible, and companions do not require a paywall in order to access them. So Anybody can be able to talk to them. Anybody can be able to interact with them. Anybody can be able to be exposed to whatever dialogue that they want to say, or exposed to anything that may flow from them. There is already some sort of point system that's involved in the Annie companion that leads to an NSFW version of the model that basically shows her in lingerie. I can only imagine what is accessible onto the Valentine chatbot as well in Grok. But what else does this really speak to in regards to not just Grok, but other AI platforms as well? Grok very much so is pioneering this industry. Does Gemini with Google plan on releasing some sort of companion as well? Is ChatGPT in the talks of it? Is that the plan? Is that the direction that AI companies are planning on going to? There's already AI chatbots that are created with the specific intent of basically creating porn. So what's next in regards to ChatGPT? What's next in regards to Gemini? What's next in regards to Meta AI? All of these tech companies have their own variation of an AI chatbot, but Grok specifically is the only one that is pioneering this specific space. Is this going to be something where other companies like OpenAI and Meta are planning on following in their footsteps? Or is this merely the side quest of a billionaire who's trying to make money after buying Twitter? Who knows? What are your thoughts? What do you think is going to happen in regards to this new sector of AI? Is this a good thing or is this a bad thing? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Now, the last story that I want to talk about is something kind of disturbing in regards to this particular game company, or I should say this particular game. Are you familiar with the game called Roblox? The children's game where you can basically create anything within its world? Yeah, that game specifically. If you're at all familiar with Roblox, this is very much so a game that is marketed and directed towards children. And there's nothing necessarily wrong with that, except for the fact that this game also tends to attract predators onto its platform. Recently, Roblox has been in quite a fiery pit in regards to some recent decisions that it has made. Recently, its CEO announced that there is going to be a dating feature added specifically to Roblox. I believe it's going to be added to its mobile version, which is very odd and concerning considering that this is a game marketed towards children. Why does it need a dating function? Why does that need to be included into its platform if this is a game directed for people aged 13 to 17? But that's not necessarily the point of this specific video. What is the point of this specific video is the fact that Roblox is actively combating content creators who are going out of their way to stop said predators on their platform. Yes, you heard that correctly. Roblox is targeting creators who are fighting against predators, child predators, on their game. If we were not convinced that we are in a backward society, I don't know what more proof you need. Let's take this specific example. There is a content creator by the name of Schleps who has made it his goal, because of past experiences that he has had on Roblox, to go out and take down child predators on Roblox. He has worked with law enforcement to take down multiple sex offenders on the Roblox app and gotten them arrested and put into police custody. He is actively doing a good thing on the platform. However, Roblox decided that they were going to ban him for violating user privacy and for endangering people on the app. Does that sound a little far-fetched to you? Because it sounds far-fetched to me. Yes, you heard that correctly. This content creator who helped with the arrest of 6 offenders on Roblox for soliciting minors on that platform not only got banned from playing Roblox, but also was sent a cease and desist from the parent company of Roblox, telling him to stop creating content because he was the one that was endangering users' privacy and endangering the community. This has very much so started a public outcry against Roblox in support of Schlep and what he is doing. Because in what universe does anybody see what he is doing other than helpful? There have been multiple campaigns started in support of Schlep and what he is doing. Many creators are speaking up about the malpractices of what Roblox is doing, because this is just outrageous. This is wild that they are doing this. Roblox specifically argues that he should have gone to them. Schlep should have gone to them so that way they could be able to handle all of these investigations internally within their actual community. So that way they can be able to handle this quietly. But apparently Schlep has been trying to cooperate. He has been trying to cooperate with Roblox and help make these stings a cooperative effort within Roblox and within their leadership, but apparently they have not wanted anything to do with the stings, which is kind of sus, a little bit sus. Why would you, as a company, not want to, you know, help take down predators on your game? That's a little sus. And even more so sus with the fact of the ones that are actually trying to take down predators, the ones that aren't you, the ones that are actually trying to take down predators are being banned from your game and also getting sent cease and desist letters in order to stop the activity that they're doing. It's a little sus, a little weird. Just gonna put that out there. It's a little bit weird, but hey, I'm just a guy that's reporting the news. I'm just a guy that's talking about things on the internet. I'm just a guy that's bringing relevant information to anybody who wants to hear it. So yeah, that's just me. For those that stuck around to the end of this video, first and foremost, I want to say thank you. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for interacting. I would love for you to either like this video, share it with a friend, or also subscribe to the channel. I am planning on releasing more content specifically like this and so much more. I want to jump into this space that is YouTube. I want to jump into the space that is content creation, and I would love for you to be a part of that journey. So thank you for your support. Thank you for hitting that subscribe button, and just thank you for being here. Have a good day. Have a good night. Thank you for joining.